Buddy, how are we doing today? Got the coffee here. Gonna run through Visual Studio Code. If you're not familiar, it is Microsoft's open source code editor, and it is awesome. It is, again, it's open source, so it's free to everyone, and it's probably one of Microsoft's better pieces of software that they have available, to be honest. And for enterprise type development, it is going to be what most people are obviously using when you go to type corporations or other businesses that are doing a lot of enterprise type development. So as you'll see here, this is our Visual Studio Code. We're obviously able to help anybody who wants help setting up or understanding more about Visual Studio Code. So why don't we go over here to Visual Studio Code. And as you can see here, this is the welcome page. So basically it's just another tab like you would see if it was a code page. You can kind of start your new project where you can open up something on your local drive. They have some help resources and a few things to help customize your experience. And that's one thing about Visual Studio Code that it's become really popular for, is the fact that it is so customizable, and there are a lot of third-party extensions and such that you can plug in that are going to give you additional features and functionality that you might not have otherwise had. So why don't we just take a quick look here. I've actually opened, this is just a local view project. So going in, I mean, we can really kind of break down some more of this if you want to kind of see how a page is set up. Let me actually go to it's going to go into one of the public HTML files, and we'll go to templates, and of course nothing's on the local nothing's on the local setup, so I should have probably had that set up before. But let's just take a look here. Public, okay, here's an index.html. So as you can see here, this is just basically a SAR, or this is the view file that would pop up if you didn't have JavaScript installed, and letting you know that you're not able to enter. But as you can see here, as far as Visual Studio Code, it has broken everything out real nicely as far as the color layout and how to read the syntax of the code. So that's a really nice feature that Visual Studio Code offers. And then just going over here, you can see they have things such as a search function. This is a Git repository, so these are all going up to GitHub or back down, depending on what's been modified and such. So that's another really strong feature as more and more enterprise type companies get into source control development. And then going here, you can see this is just a debug area where you're able to kind of test some of your local code. And then also here is where you can find all of the third-party extensions and stuff, which are very popular and which makes Microsoft Visual Studio Code so popular, is because so many companies are working to integrate these third-party plugins. So guys, I know if you're not a coder, this might seem a little overwhelming, but at the same time, basically, Visual Studio Code is just a piece of software to edit code more easily. I know, again, this is an enterprise. Most people can use it at home, but enterprises still use this as their go-to code editor. I prefer Dreamweaver still. I don't know, I've just been using Dreamweaver since I started, so I go there unless I'm at the office and such, in which case I'm using Visual Studio Code. So if you guys have any other questions or want to learn more about Visual Studio Code, let us know. We'd be happy to help you with any questions, anything you might have. And give a like, give a subscribe, that stuff helps, and we'll catch you guys soon with more web development tutorials, digital marketing, and SEO coming soon. Take care, guys. Peace.